It's tax season, and at LifeLock, we know you're tired of numbers. But here's a big one you need to hear. Billions. That's the amount of money in refunds the IRS has flagged for possible identity fraud. Now here's another big number. 100 million. That's how many data points LifeLock monitors every second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it guaranteed. One last big number. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit LifeLock.com/podcast for the threats you can't control. Terms apply.
You always want the best for your family, and that means only Eggland's Best Eggs in your kitchen. Compared to ordinary eggs, Eggland's Best Eggs contain 6 times more vitamin D, 25% less saturated fat, more than double the omega-3s, 10 times more vitamin E, and more than double the vitamin B12. So why give your family less when they can have the best? Add Eggland's Best superior nutrition to your next grocery list. Better taste, better nutrition, better eggs.
Voting for the British Podcast Awards Listener's Choice category is open. Make sure you vote for your favourite podcast to see them take the crown. In 2024, Help I Sexted My Boss claimed the trophy. But who will come out on top this year? Voting closes 7th of September 2025. Podcasts must have been available by the 1st of June 2025 and listed on Apple Podcast Directory. You can vote via our website, britishpodcastawards.com/voting. Don't miss your chance to have your say.
Are you a lifelong fan of General Hospital?
Are you a new fan who wants to know more about the history of the show?
Do you enjoy talking about the show with others?
Do you find yourself yelling at the TV?
Is your self-care an hour a day in Port Charles?
If so, we invite you to join hosts
Amanda Kimmel
and Shannon Coach at the place where all the hidden conversations take place and secrets are revealed.
Meet us at Pier 54,
a General Hospital fan podcast.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to the General Hospital recap for July 24th through 28th. I guess the first thing to really get started with is this is the week that the temporary writers episodes have started to air. There was an article from SoapCentral.com. General Hospital hires temporary non-union writers as show is running out of scripts amid the ongoing WGA strike. And this was from this Wednesday, the 26th. And I thought that I had seen that it was Tuesdays when the new episodes started.
Okay.
Or the episodes with them. So the ongoing dispute between the Writers Guild of America and producers is about to have an impact on daytime. General Hospital has tapped temporary writers to create new scripts for the show. For many soap opera fans, like the strikes by the Writers Guild of America and SAG-AFTRA are something of an intangible mystery. We talk about it every week.
Yep.
They've seen news coverage of the strike on television news broadcast, and they've read explanations here on Soap Central about why the strikes are taking place. But until now, the only direct impact that the fans have witnessed is the delaying of the daytime Emmys. The award ceremony was scheduled to have taken place on June 16th and is indefinitely postponed, blah, 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 blah. We'll get down to the stuff that really not that that doesn't really matter, but talks about the striking actors and how they have a different contract. However, so the soap actors are currently required to continue working. However, that could change when soap actors' contracts expire next year.
Oh, man.
Yeah, but one of the ongoing disputes is about to have an impact on at least one soap directly. Sources tell Soap Central that General Hospital has just about run out of its pre-strike stockpile of scripts. Unlike nearly every other series in production, soap opera scripts are written months ahead of when those episodes are filmed. Unlike nearly every...
Right.
Aren't most series written and then they spend months and months shooting, whereas we only get one day of shooting?
Yep.
Okay, cool. At least that's how... Maybe we're not interpreting this correctly. General Hospital writer Shannon Peace, who is currently on strike as a WGA member, made an Instagram post last week stating, "My episode that aired Thursday, July 20th was my final until the strike is over. The show will be penned exclusively by scab writers, which is heartbreaking. Daytime writers face a unique conflict during the strikes. We hate to see our characters and storylines handed over to writers," and that's in quotes, "who cross the picket line, but we're also keenly aware that stopping production could spell the demise of soap operas."
Yeah.
Peace went on to say the writing team of GH will be watching alongside fans to see what happens. "For the sake of the fans, I hope the show is in capable writing hands." Exactly who is writing for General Hospital at this moment is something of a mystery. A show source tells Soap Central that so-called Fi-Core writers were hired last week to start creating scripts in anticipation of its banked material running out. Fi-Core, or financial core, is a term used for a member that is a dues-paying non-member. Why would you pay dues if you weren't a member?
Mm.
These non-members get all the benefits of WGA membership, but they are not restricted in any way by the WGA. The non-members also cannot vote, sit on the board, or do any actions restricted to full membership members. I don't think we need to... So scripts written by the GH non-union writers are expected to film sometime next month.
Okay.
Those episodes would then begin airing sometime in September. So maybe it wasn't this week. Did you read somewhere that it was this week they were starting?
I saw people talking about it on Facebook, and just the fact that a lot of storylines seemed to speed up all of a sudden made you think that someone else was writing it.
Right. So it's unclear if the other 3 soaps, Bold and the Beautiful, Young and the Restless, and Days of Our Lives, have reached a similar situation. And request for comment from the network has not yet been returned. So I guess maybe that just meant that they started working on Tuesday, because I saw the same thing and it said,
Right.
Starting Tuesday will be episodes from different writers.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Well, maybe that means that they can get everything figured out over the next month and we won't ever have to see those scripts, and we'll stick with the original writers.
Well, we're going to have to if they've run out of scripts, and now they're going to start filming the ones that will be showing in September, because if they're going 6 weeks out, we're already there. Maybe that's what they meant, is that they were going to start filming
Okay.
this past Tuesday with the new scripts.
Okay.
We'll see. I wanted to give a quick update on my juvenile detention center story from last week, posted on Facebook to make sure I was not crazy. And I did not tag you in it because I didn't want people to be like, what the heck?
But I laughed at it. I was
You
like...
did. I saw. So I posted my middle school's name, help needed random memory. It's a long story about how we got on this topic, but a friend and I were discussing correctional facilities, and I had said I had visited a juvenile detention center in middle school as a field trip, and there was a panel presentation at the center. I'm almost positive it was from a project from Mr. Blah, 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 and only a few were selected to attend based on this project. Does anyone else remember this and have any additional details? And then this one girl who she and I need to catch up, because she always seems to remember
all the stuff that you do?
Yes.
So you're both crazy?
No, we just both have good memories. It was something sort of a drawing contest, which I said.
Mm-hmm.
I can vaguely remember mine. I think it is something to do with anti-drugs or criminal behavior, which is what I said. So I really remembered more than I thought I had. Not positive on this one. I went as well. Years later, I worked at the juvenile detention center, and it was often all that I thought about, LOL. And she said that I was correct in who the teacher was, and it was the best projects who got to go. Another girl commented, I totally went. It was a poster contact. I believe I ended up winning a $50 savings bond.
Because
that's how old we are.
Yeah.
Because that's how old we are, is that savings bonds were a prize.
Yep.
And she finally cashed it in when they bought their first house.
That's cute.
She's also married to her high school sweetheart.
Oh.
Yeah. That is all that I remember. If you had offered me money to name the teacher, I would never in a million years have remembered his name. And then we all were like, wait a second, how did so-and-so not go? Because if it was art, this girl ran the school with her artwork. So, yes. So, yeah, I correctly remembered that, but none of us really, we're all kind of like,
why did this happen?
But why? But why? And so the one wound up working in the juvenile corrections facility. The other one, I'm pretty sure, was close to valedictorian.
I'm very happy that it inspired someone to go into that field.
I don't know if that's what inspired her, but we'll go with it.
However, I would think that you would take the 3 worst posters from the kids that didn't seem to care and then take them to the correction and be like, hey, you don't want to end up here. You need to care.
They might have had something like that.
The kids that put their all into the artwork about don't do drugs and crime.
I'm pretty sure I skipped school to work on that project.
Yeah, see?
To have the extra time. Like, that's the kind of thing that I skipped school for. It was, I just want some more time to work on this project so I can do it the best that I can.
So I can win the prize of going to the correctional facility.
Here's reasons why I skipped school. One time to go to the zoo. One time to go to the science center. One time when VH1 was running the 30th anniversary of the Monkees. So they were doing a Monkees marathon. And at this time, no DVR.
Mm-hmm.
So I stayed home and recorded it and watched it all day.
Where's that VHS now?
Probably in my attic. But I also bought them all on VHS.
Of course.
Later on in life. Yeah, those are the things that I skipped school for. And X-Fest. So that was a concert, so I will give myself credit on that one. But they were known things. Like I never unknowingly skipped school. 90% of them were nerd related. The Science Center was for my birthday.
I'm not judging you on skipping. I didn't skip school other than I just don't feel like going today. Can I stay home? Or if it was something like a shopping day, mommy-daughter day, whatever. So, all right, well, I'm glad all of you and your junior high friends have such lovely memories of the correctional institution.
None of us said we remembered anything about that. We just remembered what we had to do to get there.
Very nice.
Yeah. Do you want to share our fun
I think that's
news
part
from
of
the week?
reality check.
Is that part of reality check?
Yeah. Reality
Okay.
check's like what we did this week.
Okay. Well, it's also the top part of it is news.
Yeah, no, I feel like it's reality
Did you have
check.
a boring week, so you need that to be your reality check?
No, I
Okay.
have other fun stuff, but I just feel like that's where it goes.
Okay. All right. So anything from...
No. What's our Hulu headlines?
All right. Dex makes a grisly discovery. Nina scores points with Willow, and I'm already bored with it. Drew that was not part of the Hulu headline. Drew confronts Cyrus. Sonny walks in an argument. Carly shares big news with Jocelyn. Tuesday, Ava comes clean. Why do I feel like that was actually Friday?
I thought that was Wednesday, but okay.
So I watched Monday, and then everything else yesterday. So I feel super removed from Monday. And I don't know how you watch them all in a row, because by Friday I was just like, okay, Nina.
I watched Monday, Tuesday earlier in the week. I watched Thursday, Friday last night at like 2 in the morning. No, I watched Wednesday, Thursday like 2 o'clock in the morning. And then I watched Friday this morning.
I don't know how you do that.
So I feel like it was Wednesday or Thursday that she told Sonny.
Liz and Finn go on a date.
Mm-hmm.
Sonny advises Dex. Brook Lynn issues a dare, and Portia tries to provide comfort. On Wednesday, Sam and Dante discuss a case. Portia is caught off guard. Michael and Willow affirm their love. Dex briefs Jocelyn, and Ava has some explaining to do. On Thursday, Finn offers counsel. Maxie considers a move.
She's been considering a move.
I know. And she was only on for like 2 seconds in regards to her own household.
Yes.
Portia opens up to Liz. Gladys delivers bad news, and Nina encounters Carly. On Friday, Laura and Valentin are on the hunt. Kristina visits Molly. Ava has a new reason to worry. Trina advises Joss, and Michael and Carly catch up.
Okay.
Where do you want to start?
I'm going to go with correctional institutions for 500. No, because we were just talking about correctional institutions, and I feel like the Cyrus and Drew thing was just like a snippet, and then we didn't see them again for the rest of the week. So we see Drew talking to Cyrus and saying, he doesn't want any part in Cyrus's protection, leave him alone. And Cyrus is like, well, you need to get protection from somebody. And then in comes these bullies that are bullying Cyrus. And I was
he was the one who did that when Spencer was...
Yeah, but I still I don't see people going up against...
Cyrus is scared of him.
I want to know who Book has backing him, because he has no problem, like, look, Cyrus, I'm going to do whatever I want.
Right.
And then they threw all the books on the ground, and I was so sad. Do not abuse books.
No.
But they didn't end up taking the book. Did they take something out of the book?
I didn't see.
Okay, because Cyrus said, here's the book you were looking for. It was Pet Sematary. And he picked it up, but then he tossed it down. No, he said it. I wasn't reading all the titles. He said it was Pet Sematary. Anyway, he picked it up and then he threw it down. So I didn't know if there was like something hidden in it that we were supposed to pay attention to and I missed or what. But then he left and Drew's like, why are you scared of that guy? You're Cyrus Renaud. You shouldn't be scared of anyone. And we didn't really get any answers. Cyrus just said, yeah, he's bad news. The Lord tells us this, and spouted off more of his Bible verses that I still think he's faking.
I don't.
I
don't. I think he's legit scared of Book. Don't know why. Kind of looking forward to finding out why.
I mean, I think he's scared of Book, but I don't think that his being saved is true. Kind of like Esme. Look, that'll lead us right into that.
There we go.
There you go. So we didn't see much of Esme this week. but she was inquiring about if Spencer had heard anything from Laura, and she was concerned. And then she wanted to take Ace to the park, and he said, no, let's go swimming.
He'll love dipping his feet in the pool.
Yes.
That's cute.
I did like how excited she was about the fact that she just bought him a new swimsuit and it had a matching hat.
Yes.
Because that is totally me whenever I'm buying baby clothes. Like, oh my God, it has a matching hat. So cute.
I don't feel like they had that stuff when my kids were little.
Yes, they did.
Not like the matching,
Yes, they
not
did.
every single one.
Then you didn't shop in the right places, because yes, they did.
Okay, I was a young single mom. I did not have money.
I had credit cards. So Warner Brothers and Disney store.
Oh, God, no.
Matching socks.
Oh,
and
my
matching
gosh.
hats.
They grew out of that stuff in like 2 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did not spend that money on my babies.
I did, because at 18, I thought that's what proved I was a good mom. My kid's outfit was cuter than yours.
Well,
and then he started.
Congratulations. You were a better mom than me. Your kids had cuter clothes.
And then he started daycare, and I was like, oh, Walmart Garnimals it is, because those outfits were getting ruined. But anyway, matchy, super cute. So then Trina comes over and says, Spencer, I miss you. I need to see you, but I can't see you. And they just have this whole boring conversation about what they should and shouldn't do. And Esme goes upstairs and tells Ace that obviously Trina means more than he does to Spencer, and that she's going to take him to the park, even though she wanted to take him to the pool, which was not her idea. It was Spencer's. But then she says, unless someone can come between them, and gets that look in her eye.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun. Evil Esme.
I just don't know.
Resurfacing.
Like, I feel bad that they're doing that to her.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. It totally makes sense. But it just stinks that she was just, if Laura was still around, this probably wouldn't be happening, because she would be getting the support. She would be getting somebody else.
You think? I think this would also be happening. I think she wants
I think Laura would catch
Spencer.
on to it and be like, yeah, so no, don't worry about that. Worry about your stuff.
Yeah.
Spencer's with Trina.
But I still think that she would be conniving in the background.
I don't know. I guess we'll see if Laura comes back.
I mean,
Hopefully. She's coming back, but like in time.
Don't say that.
No, because I feel like I just feel like she would catch on to it and be like, no.
Yeah.
No. Leave Spencer alone. Focus on the kid. Let him go.
You want to lead that to Laura? Because we finally saw Carly's old house.
So we now know what happened with the house that Jax bought.
It's in Russia.
It's in Russia now. So for everyone who's been wondering, what did happen to that house? That is the house that Jax bought Carly. It was moved.
Yep. And they moved to the front door, because you used to have to walk in the front door and then like walk around that little nook to get into her living room.
I don't think so.
Yeah. It was not just doors right there.
Well, maybe that was to help us believe that it was a different house.
Yes, absolutely. That's what it was for. But the rest of it, like the fireplace on the left-hand side and those stairs, was absolutely her old house. But they did change the front door to make you go, oh, no, they just used the same architect.
I don't know. I was just like, okay, so you're in a house now. And that's pretty much what they talked about with the guy. Everything was done through an attorney. He never met the previous seller, which is not uncommon.
Right. And he has no idea where Nicholas is.
Right.
Which we already knew, because Nicholas is back in Pawtuck.
Yeah. I don't really have much on all of that. I mean, there really wasn't.
I just don't know how they're going to connect it. Like, okay, either Laura is going to stay there and keep pushing because she believes he's there, and then she's going to get hurt, and we don't want to see anything happen to Laura. Or she's going to go back home, and how is that connecting her to Nicholas? Until she talks to Sonny and finds out all this Ava stuff, there's nowhere to go with it.
I think Sonny will tell Laura.
Oh, I think he will too. Absolutely. But
do you think Sonny will tell Ava that he's telling Laura?
No. But then Laura will have that like yelling, sad scene with Ava about you killed my son.
Thing. Like, I'm torn about it, because Sonny and Ava are good friends when they are co-parenting mobsters.
They are.
I like how they are right now.
But he has a dedication to Laura because of Luke that will never go away.
Right.
So I think he's going to tell Laura, and then Laura is going to scream and yell at Ava, and then Ava is going to be like, I'm sorry, if I knew where Mason had the body, I'd at least tell you so that you could have a proper funeral.
Right.
And then that is going to put Laura in the right direction.
Maybe. Okay. My thing is, Nina's just like completely oblivious to this entire other side of Sonny, that she and her best friend and her fiance have this whole relationship.
Yep.
And insanely complex, dangerous life that she's just like, I want nothing to do with it.
Right.
Maybe we should worry about the stuff you don't know.
I mean, she can't really even keep straight the stuff that she does know. So I don't know that she should be overwhelmed with all that extra stuff.
She's probably going to get mad at both of them when it comes out. And then she's going to be like, you guys were keeping secrets from me.
I was just going to say, I don't want her to know all this stuff because that's just more for her to whine about. And I don't want to hear it.
But that's what's going to happen is she's going to get mad at Sonny for having secrets with her best friend. And then she's going to get mad at Ava for talking to Sonny.
And both Sonny and Ava are going to say, listen here, chickie, our kid means more than you do. So get over it or just sit there and
I don't know if
but
Sonny
no one
would say that. Maybe he'll get there again soon. I did like that he went along with, we met Betty. We'll just go into her. So yeah, we met Betty this week. Well, did we meet her last week? I can't remember. Or we just saw her. I think we just saw her, the picture or something.
Yeah.
So she's crazy.
I really didn't like her.
She's not a real nanny. You know that, right?
I know, but
okay.
I wanted her to still be a nice person. Like even though Sonny's a mobster, he's a nice guy. I wanted her to be involved.
Do you think anyone working for Mason is going to be a good person?
But she could still be nice. She called Avery a spoiled brat.
Do you think anyone working with Mason is actually going to be nice?
She is not a spoiled brat.
She at least didn't say it to her face.
Yeah, I wanted Josh to hear it.
Right. There are some people that say,
I know, but I don't want to think about that.
So at least she didn't.
Yeah.
We can give her that.
Okay.
Ava now has a butler named Giles.
Yes.
But Betty mentioned Ava's mom again.
And we finally had a phone call to her.
Yep. So we're going to have to do a 411 on her soon. Oh, but real quick, this upcoming 411, we are going to be having a fan spotlight with Janelle, finally reading that. Is Esme faking her amnesia? And digging into that one. We still have not even read the email.
I can't wait to get into it.
So we're going to do this live as we record.
Yes.
So that's all we know at this time. But then maybe we should do Ava's mom.
Yeah.
The week after. You remember how I was taking the summer off from 411?
They just keep bringing up new stuff.
Yes. But that one's easy too because she wasn't really involved.
Right. But I feel like we need to do a snippet one about Lulu too.
We'll get there. Hold it. We'll get there.
I'm just saying.
We'll get there.
They gave us.
Oh.
Yes.
Lulu's going to miss Bobby's funeral.
Oh, she wakes up.
I know, but that's where we're tracking.
We gotta wake her up.
Okay, hold it. Let's get back to Betty. And we'll finish her up, and then we can jump there.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. We have to do Bobby before we do Lulu. Oh my gosh, I don't even know where to start. Okay.
No, I disagree. We have to do Lulu before we do Bobby.
Okay, you can get started on that.
They need to wake her up.
We'll talk about it off air.
Off air.
Okay.
All right.
Betty. So Sonny went along with Ava's stuff. And he's like, oh, no, I fully trust Ava. He overdid that.
He did.
I mean, was Betty really not going to pick up, especially where she threatened Ava on, you have to sell me? She should have been expecting more of a sell. She sold a little bit, but saying 2 extra things. And then him going, I trust you. I don't feel like that was really her trying to win him over.
I don't think he did a good job of needing Ava to convince him when they met at Ava's house.
Yes.
But
that's what I'm talking
day, when they used her and he was like, oh, Avery likes you. That's the most important step. Thanks for taking her, blah, blah, blah. We'll see you tomorrow. Here's your money for the day. Like, then I believed.
Yeah.
That
he was very dismissive and.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, that I will say. But like in the initial interview or whatever.
Right. Sonny would normally have like a million more questions.
So I need your background check. I need.
Right. But maybe that's where he's kind of playing it off because she said, do you want me to take her back to your penthouse? And he was like, no, you're done for the day. So maybe he's going to say to her, like, as this progresses, I'm going to start needing this information from you if you're going to swap houses. Like you're going to get, 4 hours with her a day for the first 2 weeks and then 6 hours. And then you can start picking up, doing her shifts at my house too.
Okay.
Build it up because I don't think Sonny would jump into that.
No.
The first day
that's why I was like,
that you're watching my
kid.
About? Sure, you have free reign in my house too. No,
right.
Not if I had a shady business.
But then as soon as she leaves, he's like, Ava, what is going on?
Yeah.
And Ava held off and then she cracked. I don't even think she cracked. I think she realized, no, I need to tell you this stuff because, so I killed Nicholas.
And Mason has the body.
Yeah, and Austin knows.
And even Austin and him are scared of whoever they work for, so I'm scared too. And they have my mother.
Right. I was glad that he did get angry, and he's like, yeah, so if this involves my child, which he screamed,
right,
you know, this is...
Right, you should have come to me.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I think that their relationship is all... I think it's better now because of Nina, because Sonny doesn't want that extra complication. But I don't know. He has to realize, too, he's not exactly reliable to her.
True.
Where she can't think, oh, he's going to take away even more.
Right.
Based on this situation, which he never once said.
No, he did not threaten that at all this time.
So, yay. I guess. I don't know.
Good co-parenting for not threatening to take visitation away.
Yes. But
I like that Carly picked up on it instantly.
And she's like, whatever.
Yeah. So are you guys going to tell me what? No? Okay, fine. I'll just, yep. I love having Avery. We'll take her for the sleepover. But when you guys want to let me in on what's going on, you know where to find me.
Right.
So she got her big news this week that you have been foretelling.
Yeah. So, okay, I'm tired of the entitlement. I'm sorry. So she went in on Monday and closed Kelly's. And I'm like, oh no, they're going to start Bobby's storyline without... I'm sorry.
Please don't. You have to wait for the...
You have to. 45 years.
Yeah.
So Joss meets Carly at Kelly's and is like, hey, so I just found out from so-and-so's mom that you're selling the house.
Yeah.
And she's like, I won't accept any money from Michael, Sonny, or Drew because it'll raise red flags.
Mm-hmm.
And then Joss is like, well, I have money from Dad. Why can't you take that?
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, no, so here's the deal. I get this for free for $1. Sorry, $1. But Bobby is over in Amsterdam helping settle Luke's affairs. So we have a reason why she's not there.
But she did say that when she got back on her feet that she was going to pay Bobby the actual value of it.
Good. We'll see if that happens because now we know it's not going to. But so Carly now owns Kelly's. If she changes that restaurant, no, it needs to stay a little diner. It needs to stay the little mom and pop counter.
I agree.
Do not turn it into mini Metro Court.
But I don't think that that's what she was trying to do. I think she was saying that she was going to renovate the upstairs so that that part was livable again.
But she did say she was going to start renting that out to the... Well, that's... Joss's disgust at the idea that she might. I was just like, seriously? Just be thankful that you guys even have an option because most people, whenever they go through a financial hardship, they don't wind up having a family member just give them a business and the potential to have somewhere else to stay.
Right.
That's not, and then she said that she's always benefited. So she admitted to always benefiting from Sonny and Jax's for too long, but she always stands on her own 2 feet. When was that? When was she standing on her own 2 feet?
Maybe she's talking about like way back when, like when she first came to Port Charles.
When she was sleeping with her mother's husband?
Mm-hmm. And getting money from AJ and Jason.
And getting money from AJ and Jason and lying about who the father of her child is. And also getting a leg up
she's correct.
On
Oh, that was a good one, a leg up.
Maybe that's the 2 feet she's talking about. Woo! It just drives... She is so delusional.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe she means the work that she put into it. You can't deny that she did actually work at the Metro Court.
Yes, she did. Yes.
She yes, she got it from Jax, but she worked it day in and day out and was like, we should do this to make it better. We should do this to make it better.
Yeah.
And was the face of the hotel. So maybe that's what she means.
Okie dokie.
I'm just trying to help her out. She stood on her own 2 feet when she checked in the hotel customers.
Well, I'm glad to hear that she did not take the easy way out by sitting on a stool, you know. But I mean, if she can't change Kelly's, like
I don't think she's going to change Kelly's. I think she's going to change She said she was going to make it like what it used to be. So maybe adding some special menu items or something. But I don't think she's going to change the look of it. She can't. It's looked like that forever.
Yeah.
Other than the different doors.
Right. And let's get some PCU students living up above.
Yeah.
Kelly's.
That would be fun.
That'd be great. Maybe make your daughter so she can learn how to take care of herself.
No,
she's just going to move right back in with Dex. Or not back in. She's just going to move right in with Dex. Ugh.
in his
entirely pointless.
In his
10 minutes of my
apartment
life.
that doesn't have air conditioning.
It's okay. They have ice cubes and candles. Whatever. There's not even anything to talk about with them.
No.
There's not.
No. Not that scene. They just sat there feeding each other food and rubbing ice cubes all over each other.
I fast forwarded.
But at the pool, she did confront him with, "What are you doing here? I did not like the nanny for Avery. What's going on?" And he was like, "I honestly have no idea what's going on, but Sonny told me to watch them, and so I am."
Which makes sense.
Right.
Like, why would Joss even question that? It's, oh yeah, new nanny for my sister. You're checking out to make sure that everything's all right.
Exactly.
Cool. That sounds like Sonny.
But I think she knew that there was more because that nanny was mean to her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're not her sister.
Maybe she needs to do a little bit more homework.
Right, exactly. I like Joss being like, "I can draw you a family tree if you need one."
Yeah. That.
And then she said, "Oh, you won't need it because you won't be around that long."
Yep.
Like, girlfriend.
I didn't even write anything down about Joss and Dex because I was just like, yeah.
Yeah. It was.
Fast forward.
It was too much. I like how protective Joss is of her sisters, though.
Yeah.
She like ran right over and was like, "Hey, what's up? Who are you here with? What's going on?" And then picked up on the fact that nanny was not nice. Unlike the sisterly love between Sam and Kristina and Molly, those were the scenes I could have fast forwarded through. Do we really need to rehash?
I think that's when I
the
spaced
entire
out.
Past?
Are we bringing up Kiefer?
They did.
Seriously, at no point did they say, "Molly, you were 9.
Right.
You know, she's like, "I saw that it was going on." No. If we were now age,
right,
and you are suspicious that your sister or anyone you know is being beat. But when you're 9, I don't know if that was her correct age, but she was younger.
She was a child,
right?
Yes.
She was a child. So
yes, even if she was like 13, if your older sister is telling you, "I'm fine,"
right,
then like, how are you supposed to help?
And I Googled, I couldn't see anywhere where the actress hurt her foot. So the entire thing with her on the couch with her leg up, I'm sorry, I'm bored already.
Yes.
She and Sam talked about how she's trying to process what they want to do, if they want to, if they don't. I like that Sam did say, it's okay if you decide you don't.
Right.
Like, just because at one point you did want to doesn't mean that you have to
now
continue with that. And then Sam's like, "Well, I'll be here anytime that you need to listen." I'm like, "That's fantastic." And then she goes, "Or maybe one day babysit." And I'm like, "Really?" After that entire conversation you just had with her.
You just put pressure on her.
Exactly. I'm like, that was kind of rude to be like, "By the way, I'm expecting at some point for you to figure out that you do want a child."
Right.
That's all that I wrote. Sam offering to listen and then to babysit. Ugh.
I'm fine with them discussing the fertility stuff because that is what Molly's going through right now. But why we're rehashing why I'm a bad sister or you're a good sister, I was just so bored with it.
Yeah.
"Thanks for finding my horsey. Oh, yeah, you were always so smart." Like, oh, my gosh, stop.
And why were we pouring maple syrup on little girls?
But that was kind of the realization that, yeah, maybe Kristina made life a little hard for Molly to have friends. But I just didn't.
But that didn't happen.
Right.
Like, we didn't see that happen.
Right.
And I'm sorry, I don't feel like that's the relationship that we did see.
No. Molly is not dying. She hurt her foot.
Yeah.
And she has a medical issue that she needs to mentally work through to figure out what she's going to physically do. But it's still not life or death. So I'm not sure why we have to rehash all the good times and bad times of our whole lives. Like, that's a conversation that should have taken place between Willow and someone when she was in the hospital and they weren't sure if she was going to make it.
Yeah.
That's not a conversation for the Davis girls.
No. Unless they're trying to force us seeing them bonding as new actors in the roles, then how about we bring up things that actually happened other than Kiefer? Like, let's talk about the time that they put together the Valentine's Day for Sam and Jason.
Right.
And how cute that was.
Right.
Or
just have them bond over the stuff that's going on right now. Kristina is opening this center. I am absolutely positive that there is some laws somewhere that she is confused by, that Molly can say, "Oh, hey, not to overstep, but remember you need to file the blah, 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 blah. Or if you're going to have X amount of kids hanging out in this space, you need to have blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I'm not a
or
lawyer.
even asking
but
about,
something.
do you have legal retainer, being that you are taking in
Right. There's
youth
liability.
that have potentially severely difficult situations, like we talked about with Kiefer, where he was dangerous.
Yes.
If you are taking these kids in, you also need to know what your rights are in protecting them,
Yes.
as well as the other people that are also staying, and preventing if someone is trying to get to them. What can you do? You're right. That would have been an excellent conversation for the two of them to have been having when Kristina was doubting herself. And maybe we should mention the fact that, yeah, she might have dropped out of school, but she killed it at the bar.
Right.
And yes, Julian owned the bar,
Mm-hmm.
and Kristina worked for Julian.
Right.
So she earned the management position under Julian.
Yes.
Then Sonny came and bought the bar and took that away from her and gave it to Phyllis.
Yep.
She should go talk to Carly.
Yeah.
And be like, no. Here's how you stand on your own 2 feet when Dad takes something away from you and you still do all the jobs. And then he goes, you know what? You've been doing such a good job. Mm-hmm.
Right. Like I was before you bought the bar.
Right.
Uh-huh.
So, I think he only bought the bar because Kristina was working there, but she had previously done the work to be the manager. And then he gave it to Phyllis,
Yes.
who's never around.
Nope.
But yeah, I was equally as why? And then Sam and Dante trying to get it on after discussing Cody was stabbed and Dex found a dead body.
Mm-hmm.
Those are typically
Not
mood
turn-ons?
killers for me. I don't typically.
Baby, it's so hot when you talk about dead bodies in an alleyway.
I remember that day your best friend was stabbed. It was
Take me now.
so hard to take. I'll give you something hard to take.
Our PG
And that's
rating
how they got it.
just was taken away from us.
I didn't explain what that meant.
Oh my.
But then Cody shows up and passes out.
Right.
And then they go anyway.
Right. She's like, I'm pretty sure he's going to sleep good tonight. So,
But he spilled about the poker game to Dante.
yes. I'm glad that they're going to put
Yes.
the pieces together to understand why all the Sasha stuff is happening.
Yes.
And why Gladys is a jerk.
And Cody's putting that before his own best interest.
Yes.
He's putting Sasha.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we can just go into her.
I just wanted to jump through the TV and punch the doctor in the face. She's like, I was feeling great until I started seeing you and you started giving me those meds. And then he injected her with something as she's screaming, no, don't. And I'm like, you jerk.
I'm so upset that Maxie didn't hear her out in the hallway because
Right.
she was standing outside talking with Gladys.
And Gladys wouldn't let her see her.
No. And is super suspicious.
Yeah.
The whole way around.
Right.
Like,
Why would they give you a name tag to come into a facility
Right.
if they weren't going to let you visit the patient anyway?
Right.
If you've got that far, Maxie, then obviously there's not a restriction on the patient.
Right.
Ugh.
Get your stubbornness back and go do it.
Right. But no, she was too flustered after leaving her apartment. I hated that whole scene.
I want to know why, because I feel like it's probably the same thing.
Okay, the kids are fighting, the kids are fighting, the kids are fighting. Okay, kids fight. Sometimes as a mom, totally overwhelmed, especially when you have other stuff to do. That's fine. Mac raised 3 daughters
Boom!
on his own without Felicia's help and managed to keep his house nice and clean and them sharing their stuff and blah, 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 blah. But he's just sitting there, okay, kids, like he has never interacted with children in his life. Can you put the iPad down now? Put the iPad down. And then Felicia comes in and is like, Sergeant Felicia, I'm here. You put that
And
away.
he's like, how'd you do that?
Yeah.
You weren't even around to raise your own kids. That
Right.
was Mac.
Right. It was ridiculous.
It was exactly. I
If they
said
would've
I was
switched
not a
the
fan
roles-
that they had shown Mac is incompetent with them when he's the one who raised Robin, Maxie, and Georgie.
Yep. If they would have switched the roles, I would have been totally on
Right.
board with her being like, you guys, you need to listen, blah, blah, blah. Grandma needs you to clean up.
I'm like, oh, you know what? I didn't go through this with your mom and her sister because I wasn't there.
Exactly.
As your mom reminded me at her sister's funeral.
Exactly. Ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. And where's Bailey?
She was at the babysitter's.
Okay.
She did say as
did
she
she?
was
Okay.
leaving, she was like, they get one snack at the pool and Bailey Lou's with the babysitter, the daycare, the something. I don't know. But yes,
Okay.
she did explain where
She's
the
probably
baby
just
was.
keeping a routine with she might have had off that day to go see Sasha, but
Right.
Bailey needs to be at the...
Yes.
But we have a new Georgie.
Yes.
She is now 14. That's how old the actress is, so we're going to go with that. So she's been aged up about 4 years.
Voting for the British Podcast Awards Listener's Choice category is open. Make sure you vote for your favourite podcast to see them take the crown. In 2024, Help I Sexted My Boss claimed the trophy. But who will come out on top this year? Voting closes 7th of September 2025. Podcasts must have been available by the 1st of June 2025 and listed on Apple Podcast Directory. You can vote via our website, britishpodcastawards.com/voting. Don't miss your chance to have your say.
But someone came back this week.
Yes.
We got Scarlett Fernandez back as Charlotte.
Yes.
I was so excited.
I was so excited too, but I can't believe how old she looks.
I know.
Like, I know she's growing up, and that's just how real life happens, but it's the same as with my babies when I look at pictures, and I'm like, wait a minute, you are not that old.
I know. And they went to go visit Lulu for the first time in 3 years. 2.5 years.
And that's why I'm saying that we need to do a mini 411, because when she says to Lulu, I didn't even tell my friends what really happened to you, my brain is like, what really did happen to you? I can't remember. It's been
Go
so
back
long.
and listen to the floating rib.
Yes.
Go back and listen to our 411 about the floating rib. That's
Yes.
what happened.
But for a minute, my brain was like, I don't know either.
But my question is, how did her friend's parents not know?
Right. It wasn't
Did
on
they
the
not
news.
Right. That makes zero sense. And
yeah.
I'm sorry. I definitely had enough stuff happen without social media, without texting. We had the on-the-wall phones.
Right. You still were kept
When
in the loop
something
of things like that.
Devastating happened.
Yeah.
We knew.
Right.
If something happened to like one of our friends, we knew.
Yeah.
So, not buying it. Did not even think about the fact that Lulu's house is empty and they're going to have Maxie by Lulu's house.
I know. I thought for a minute they were going to try to make her take Carly's house. And I was like, that is too big of a house for Maxie.
Maxie
But
wouldn't
yes.
want that either. Maxie would not.
But yes, I could see her in Lulu's house. That would be perfect.
But are we going to ruin her closing day by having Lulu wake up?
I mean,
She's
I'm
going to
okay
be
with
signing
that.
on the papers and then Lulu wakes up.
And it's like, don't sell my house.
Right.
And where's my husband?
Right. Well, no.
I know they were divorced beforehand, but
She reluctantly divorced him.
She reluctantly divorced him
because
and today, not today, but the day that it happened, he was like, we miss you, Lulu. Like, they have to let that spark come back.
I know.
Sam, I'm sorry, but you're
No, we're not.
out. Sorry,
We're
not
not.
sorry. You're out.
None of us are sorry.
He needs to be with Lulu.
He does. And the only acceptable recast is Julie Berman.
Yep. But I don't even want a recast.
I'm just saying,
gotta
if
get
it has to
Emmy
be,
back.
if it has to be, the only acceptable
No,
is
'cause-
Julie Berman.
No, because she said that it was not her choice to leave, which means
I
they
know.
need to let her come back.
I agree.
I refuse
But she
to
could also
accept
have
anyone.
moved on to
No.
do something else
No.
in the past 2.5 years.
No.
She could have been like, I'm not sitting around waiting for GH
No.
every day.
She's just making some pretty scarves and selling them on Etsy. She is
We do need to look
Ready?
up her store and buy something.
ready to come back to GH. I have decided for
Listen,
her.
I would 100% be a fan of that.
Okay.
Oh, we can have her learning how to knit while she's getting her motor skills back.
Oh, that would be cute.
Maxie could teach her how to knit.
Yes. Okay.
They could live together.
They could live together. That would make sense.
Yes.
'Cause she
Maxie
needs
would
some help.
100%.
Yeah.
Yep.
There you go.
Okay.
See, they don't need temporary writers. We just fixed it for you.
I know. Seriously, guys. We've been offering this for 4 years now.
I feel like we've been writing it all along. You could just listen to the podcast and take our
I was
notes.
going to say several people have also commented on that.
Yes.
So, all right. Where do we go from there?
Now I have to look at my notes because nothing else was interesting. Oh, totally not anything except for it was cute. Yuri gave Teri a key to his house and it had the
Yes.
little lightning bolt on it that symbolized their first date or whatever.
What was their first date?
I don't know.
No, it was the Quartermain picnic.
What was the drink? What was the drink called?
I forget what it was called, but yes.
It had something to do with the
Yes.
fact that there
Yes.
was a lightning bolt on it.
He's sweet.
And
they've been
she-
together a year already.
Yes. And she like totally dropped the ball. He's like, here's the key to my apartment. I really care about you, blah, blah, blah. And then she's like, wait, hold on a second. I have to go talk to Finn. What?
And ask him to be co-chief
Which
again.
I've already asked him. Yes,
Right.
exactly.
Couldn't have waited?
No, what the heck?
Could have waited.
And then
And it's not even like we saw her say, I'm so sorry. I was just so caught off guard. I didn't know what to do.
Right.
No.
And then he gets the call from Valentin where he can't hear Valentin, but then we see later that they were okay. And then she does finally go and get the spare key from her office and is like, here's the key to my house, but I don't have a cute keychain because you caught me off guard, but I'm so happy, blah, blah, blah. And they were just so cute.
Yes.
So cute.
I guess we could just stick with Finn, and Finn asks Liz for a date.
And she says, I was going to ask you on a date. And they already had made both of them reservations at the Port Charles Grill.
So let's dissect the date. Okay, they've already been together once, so she already knows his comfort level when it comes to alcohol. However, he does still thank her for taking that into consideration and talks about it. But he talked about it like that should be okay in all situations, and it's not.
No.
You definitely have to take that on a case-by-case situation.
Yes.
I didn't like how he talked about it because he was like, it's ridiculous if you can't drink because I can't. No, if you're going to be in a relationship with an addict, you need to know what is acceptable and what's too much for them.
Yes. But I think she was already respecting his boundaries. So he was like, okay, we're good. She didn't order a bottle. She ordered a glass.
Right.
Which it appeared she drank that glass throughout all of dinner.
Yes.
Not downing it and asking for 4 more.
Right.
So.
Yes. But I'd like to, we'll get to that in a second too. So Amy puts herself on bedpan duty anytime she gossips because she knows Liz is just going to do it anyway.
Right. I feel like that's a waste of her nursing skills because with the amount that she gossips, she just must be on bedpan duty 24/7.
Right. And I thought it was weird that Liz is like, no, seriously, you can check in on Violet.
That was weird.
He wouldn't let her.
That was weird. Yeah.
Or she wouldn't have let him.
Right.
And then...
Yeah, red flag. If you're dating anyone and they won't let you check your phone to check on your kid, the date's over and so is the relationship. Like, that was just crazy.
And then he doesn't know that she likes to paint?
That was ridiculous. And then she brings up Franco and is like, oh my God, is that weird? And he's like, no, I know you were married before. Thank you.
Well, and surprise, he's been in relationships before also, with your sister.
Yes.
And the woman that you killed that was having the affair with your dad.
Right.
She did not kill her.
No, but she thought she did.
Right. But, those two.
Yeah.
And then they just laugh. Ha ha ha.
But that chocolate cake looked good.
It did.
I wanted that.
Was that like that molten lava chocolate cake? Because I love molten chocolate cake.
That's what it looked like to me. It was, yeah.
But my biggest problem was the manager, whatever he was, being like, no, Dr. Finn, you can stay as long as you want. No, your waiter hates you. Leave.
Right.
There's a closing time. Yes.
But see, I was confused with the whole situation. Okay, I don't know, never worked in a restaurant business, but
your waiter hated you.
No.
Okay.
No, there's a question to go with this.
We want to leave too.
Okay, but if you close at 10 and at 9 o'clock it is completely dead, no signs of life anywhere, you still have to stay till 10.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So if
you go down to bare staff and you close down as much as you can, I mean, you start your closing stuff because no one's there.
You don't need 3 bartenders and 5 servers or whatever.
Right.
So that makes sense. But he said to them, the kitchen is closing soon. Do you want something else? So that felt to me like it didn't matter if they were there or not because the kitchen wasn't closing until
I will take
whatever
that as
time.
It was like quarter till.
Yeah. So they're like, okay. So if it was just them sitting there eating their cake while everything else was happening around
that's fine. But the way that he said it, because he kept saying doctor, doctor,
as
though I don't care if you are a doctor or a queen or whatever, that does not give you extra privileges.
Well, even Elizabeth said that earlier.
It doesn't.
No, it doesn't. But Liz had said that earlier. I'll call and cancel my reservation because you don't want that, you're the person that cancels because you're a doctor or whatever. So that was...
I treat my $100,000 clients the same as I've treated my $1 million clients. I don't care.
Right.
It doesn't impress me. Maybe it's just me.
No, that's how it should be.
I don't think that it's...
Your worth is not your bank account.
Right.
So...
Not discounting that he definitely has a very prestigious title, and I don't think that he ever flexes it.
No. He didn't walk in and be like, the reservation's under Dr.
Right.
Finn. He was like, Finn.
Finn.
Yeah. So
Like, what's that guy's, what's he doing?
I don't know why it was written that way, because Finn's not like that, and Elizabeth's not impressed by the doctor title.
No.
And
And
so,
he works at the hospital. She knows.
yeah, so whenever she was like, oh, we're the last ones here, I was like, okay, I can understand that feeling, like,
Mhm.
oh, we're special because we're the last ones here. But if they're still cleaning up and I'm not taking time away from that process,
Right.
other than the 3 dishes that they said, go ahead, take my time, I'm okay with that.
Right.
But it was just weird. I don't know why they played up that at all.
Right.
But I'm glad they had a nice date, and it was cute that the kids all told each other, like, don't bother them. They're
Yeah.
on a date. And I liked the more forwardness whenever she said something about if Finn wanted more, and he was like, yes, I do, and leaned
Yeah.
over and kissed her. It was like, oh,
That was sweet.
that was like the first time in a long time that I've seen them and been like, oh, I'm interested to know what happens next.
But that whole thing just annoyed me. I'm
Yeah.
like, so kind of to answer your question, so I would give them 15, 20 minutes after close. If they've been there that long and they had given the heads up 15 minutes prior to closing, have the dessert. You have your dessert, you finish your wine.
Right.
Restaurants
Here's
close
your
at the time.
bill.
Right.
Blah, blah,
Like,
blah.
pay out so that way they can go cash out, go ahead and sit. But you still have to clean those dishes and you still have to like clean that table and everything.
Right.
So
Right.
like they really can't leave until all that stuff is done.
Yes.
At least that's how it was 14 years ago, the last time I worked in a restaurant. It could be different now.
I'm assuming it's not.
But when he said that, I'm like, no, you cannot stay as long as you want.
Right. Stay as long as you want. No, stay as long as it takes you to eat your cake, because we're still cleaning up.
Right.
But do not dilly-dally.
We could go to the second cutest thing. Well, not cutest thing, but I like that they had Finn go see Curtis to make sure that he was okay and that he was managing his medication okay.
Mm-hmm.
And Curtis said, yep, the doctors are aware. They are managing it. And Finn was like, that's great. But just so you know, it can still sneak up on you.
Right.
So just be aware. So I think that they are not going to have that happen with Curtis. I am praying that they do not have him get hooked on
Right.
the opioids.
Trina doesn't
because
need that.
no, it's sad enough that we're going to deal with what we're dealing with Taggart. But I'm glad that they are addressing it
Mm-hmm.
because, I mean, I've never been in that situation, but I can only imagine that it would be very difficult to go through that without any kind of pain medication.
Right.
Pain management.
Mm-hmm.
So I liked that Finn
I
took
loved
that on.
I loved all that with Curtis, that he went to talk to him and that Curtis was whatever. I hated all the Portia stuff. He finally blew up and was like, I'm sitting here in this bed, probably in a wheelchair for the rest of my life, and all I can think about is you cost me 20 years with my daughter. Get out. We weren't on good terms before this happened. Why are you here now? Like, you're my cute little wifey. I need space. Get out.
And Liz even asked her that. She's like, what's the difference? And she's like, I feel like we would have gotten here. This just kind of sped things up a little bit. But then Portia's venting to Liz, who did the same thing with Jason about Jake.
Right.
For different reasons.
Right.
But I don't know.
But then Portia talks to them and then goes back in and is like, no, I'm not leaving you alone, blah, blah. If I told you to get out, get out.
Okay, I will give her, though, I like that she came back with pamphlets and was like, listen, if I can't get you off your phone, if I can't get you to stop looking things up, how about you start looking into this stuff? Start looking into
That's
how
fine.
are we going to work, or how are you going to...
That's fine if she leaves it at that. But knowing Portia, she's not.
She's already
gonna
said, I'm going to help you.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
going to keep pushing and pushing and pushing. I don't care what happened to him or what title you think you have. He has every right to finally be processing what you did by taking his daughter from him for 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that she doesn't know where she belongs in this whole situation. Like, she keeps saying, we're going to be this family and help you through it, blah, blah, blah. Trina doesn't know how she feels because he has not been her dad for her entire life.
Mhm.
And now she's stuck with this guilt of, you're shot and going to be in a wheelchair, but my dad's over here, now going to end up with a drinking problem. What am I doing?
Right.
And Portia just wants to whine about, let's eat good food together. No.
But they did get takeout from Bernardino's.
They did.
And that's the thing. Like, she's talking about how she's going to rearrange her schedule like she did when Trina was little and she made dinner every night. And I mean, that's great. But all she was doing was reminding him
Right.
of that time.
Right.
And giving him specific. And he's like, I could have been there having that. You know, I could have,
Yeah.
you know, and that's probably what he's thinking in his head is,
Right.
well, that's nice. So she's complaining to you about her second grade spelling test that I'm not helping her with.
Right. It is not normal for him to just be like, oh, I missed 20 years. It's fine. I love you.
Yeah.
He's
really
to
taking
process
stock
that.
of everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she needs to let him.
Exactly. If it had been the reverse situation, that somehow he got a hold of their daughter and then kept her from Portia for 20 years, Portia would not be like, oh yeah, I love you. It's fine.
Mm-hmm. Did he call her baby at some point, though?
He did.
Yeah.
Ugh.
With the food, right?
Yeah.
Maybe he was talking to the food.
Maybe. I don't think so, though.
Pomodoro, baby.
No, it was like kind of before he snapped out, because then she kept talking and he then all of a sudden was like,
Yeah.
no, get out. I was so happy when he told her, get out. And then she's like, I'm not leaving you. No.
You know what, though? Maybe he will let her help him figure out the new life. Oh, I like, though, that he was like, we didn't even consummate the marriage.
Yep.
We can get an annulment.
That's right. Boom.
So I hope that he does let her help him as long as she is helping him adapt to what his new life is going to be. But do you think that Marshall's not going to do that?
Right.
Do you think that Trina's not? They're going to have a hard time making Trina stay away.
Right.
But she's not going to, like Portia said, she was there for 24 hours making sure that he was okay. She's not going to be one that is just like comes over and sits with you. She's going to want to see you work with the physical therapy and how can I help you through this? But she has the support of Marshall and Stella.
Yeah. I don't trust Portia after the way that she's twisted the stuff with Spencer and Esme. I don't trust her to only be looking out for Curtis's best interest. She has proven that she is selfish because she kept Trina from him because that was what was best for her. And all this stuff with Spencer and Esme. So no. You are not the selfless, loving mom that you keep pretending to be. You are looking out for number one.
And using her daughter to do it.
Right.
I know she's 20-something years old, but still.
She's still your child.
Kids are not pawns.
Right,
They're
no matter
swans.
how old they are. Oh my God.
Join me for more Shannonism.
Oh my goodness. And then the only other note that I have, I'm sure you have more because we've talked about how you do your notes, but is that they were playing up the Willow's so happy, blah, 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 blah. She's folding laundry. It's her dream come true.
Not gonna lie, I like folding laundry when I get the chance to when I get the chance to sit down and put on a good movie and do nothing but fold laundry and watch a movie and then put it away.
Maybe if it was cute little baby clothes, but no, not big people clothes. I don't want to fold these.
Oh no, I don't do anyone else. We all do our own laundry.
I only do Madeline's, but yeah, it's not fun to fold. But I liked that they were showing them happy in everyday things because I was tired of seeing like, oh, we're going to go to Paris. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. Like she should be enjoying her everyday life. But then it threw the whole Nina scene in there of her showing up. I'm sorry, but we have cell phones and you are at a hospital that has phones and everyone around you has phones. You wouldn't send a quick text to your daughter that you've been dying to have a relationship with for how many months now? Hey, something came up. It's with Sasha. I'll explain when I get there. Mm-hmm. You're just going to show up late and be like, no, wait, listen. As you know, Michael is going to be ready to kick your butt out.
Yep.
Ridiculous.
Like, that's called considerate. Every single Sunday at 11:55, I get a text from Amanda. I'm on my way. I'm late. I'm on my way.
Right.
But that's somewhat considerate. But then after her visit, so she just goes to Kelly's. We still don't know why I'm assuming she went to Kelly's to get coffee or something.
Right.
And sees Carly. And fair enough, Carly kind of made it sound like this is all your fault that I have to be here. Nina's like, how is it my fault that your mom gave you the restaurant? Okay, yes, it is, but Carly doesn't know it yet.
Right.
So that is why I'm saying it that way. It is. Well, no, it's not. It's Carly's fault that she is in the position that she's in.
It's Carly's fault, absolutely, because she did the insider trading, even if she didn't mean to do the insider trading. But Nina is still walking around like the whole world's not going to blow up whenever the truth comes out that it was her choice to get back at Carly that got Carly in trouble.
So I'm actually on Nina's side with that because it is zero in any realm. Yes, there's this huge explosion, but then there's this little tiny explosion that happened all on its own by Carly.
Right.
That had nothing to do with Nina.
No, it's not Nina's fault that Carly did something to get her in trouble, but the other stuff that she was referring to, like, hey, you didn't tell my husband that he was a missing person and bring him back to reconnect with me, that was Nina's fault.
Yes.
And the fact that, I mean, somebody did have to buy it, but it was kind of a jerk move to buy your enemy's hotel.
She offered to give her the money first.
She did, but she knew she wasn't going to take it.
Right.
So, I don't know.
And then she rubs it in her face. Oh, but wait, we're family now. Willow wants to have a relationship with me. Now we're family.
Yeah.
No.
And Carly's like, we're not family because I was Willow's family way before you were. And I don't know it yet, but it's all going to blow up in your face because you went against me.
And then didn't Nina have the same conversation with Michael?
Yeah.
We're family now.
Right. And Michael's like, I will support whatever my wife wants, but no.
Mm-hmm. So Michael calls Sonny about Sasha.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, Sonny is also a big donor at Ferncliff and Shady Brook.
Of course. I mean, he's got to get his tax write-off somewhere.
I mean, I don't know.
And both those institutions have had him or family members in them, so.
Oh, actually, so at the hospital, Nina told Sonny that if her blaming Carly and Michael for everything takes away her fear of losing Sasha. So what has the excuse been before today?
Right.
Maybe currently, yes, that's true. You misdirect your emotions.
Right. Anyone can do that.
You're like, oh my gosh, they're out of orange and I have to have grape. Darn you, grape.
Right.
This has been so long.
It's so long.
The tiny violin has stopped playing.
Mm-hmm.
But didn't he say thanks, Dad?
He did.
And so I think that was a big
Yeah.
thing. So the couple things that...
Oh, hot chase. Sorry.
I'm like, how did you?
Because it was in my memory. I didn't make a note of it. That was cute. I liked their flirtatiousness. I don't know how they didn't choke on those peanuts, but I liked their flirtatiousness. And then he stripped down and jumped in the pool, and she was like, you can't do that. You're going to get in trouble. And he was like, oh, it's only a misdemeanor. It's fine.
But at the same time, you just got your badge back.
Yeah.
Like, maybe...
Yeah.
I could see if they were at the Quartermain estate.
Right.
At the pool.
Right.
Okay. And even after, the reason that he wanted to leave the pool area was because it was closed. Mm-hmm. Maybe we don't... And you think they don't have cameras?
Right.
Up there trying to catch people sneaking into the pool?
Right.
I hope that it doesn't go anywhere. It was a sweet scene seeing them together and all he wants to do is dance with her. And
I think it'll be a cute thing that like Olivia throws at them like 3 weeks from now. Whenever they say something, she'll be like, oh, kind of like skinny dipping in a pool. And then give them like that smile. Like,
right.
You two are lucky
like,
I'm
I know
the
what
only
you were
one
doing.
That saw that. So you better watch yourself.
Oh,
and that
God.
be the end of it. I don't
Poor
think
Olivia. She has too much to deal with right now, too. And then Dex followed Gordon to the hospital. Austin and Mason and Gordon all talk. Mm-hmm. Gordon's blackmailing Austin and Mason.
Mm-hmm. Well, did you know not to blackmail someone that shady? Like, you already got your payoff once.
Yeah, but he's already working. I don't know. I feel like if you're in that industry, you might not care so much about... You're trying to prove who's the more scary? I don't know.
I'm sorry, but Gordon, you did not seem more scary than Mason for me just looking at you. And then once you announced, like, you thought it was going to get it on your side, oh, Sonny was watching, that's just more reason for you to be out the door.
But then Dex runs into Liz in the hallway. And she's like, so what were you doing outside of that room? Mm-hmm. I know that you work for Sonny. And he's kind of all dumbstruck just from that.
Right.
And she's like, oh, you might know me. I'm Nurse Baldwin, but you might know me better as Cameron Weber's mom.
Yep.
I loved that.
Yes.
That was Liz. Mm-hmm. I loved it.
But then he notices Gordon slips out the main entrance and he follows him down to the front and then sees, oh, look, dead body behind the dumpster.
Right.
I know Dante has to do the questioning that he has to do, but at the same time, it was just stupid because he's like, is that one of Sonny's guys? Oh, you called it in. Blah, blah, blah. Obviously, you're going to get nothing from this against Sonny or Dex if they called it in.
Right.
If there was something there, it's cleaned up by now. And there wasn't because it wasn't his dude.
Yep.
All right.
Oh, and that was the only thing that Dex and Joss actually talked about. Because he was like, aren't you going to ask if I did it?
And she's like,
I don't need to.
I already know you'd tell me, and there'd be good reason why. Okay.
And yet, let's get mad at Sonny for doing the same thing.
Yep.
Okay. Okie dokie. Yeah, that's it. Okay. I don't think we missed anything. Dex, Nina, Ava. Oh, I did like Ava almost throwing her Betty.
Yes. I was like, throw her off.
Yes.
But she didn't.
No.
And Betty said, don't even get any ideas.
Yes. Do you think she's related to Mason?
Maybe? I don't know. I just really didn't like her.
I want to know why Mason always has a lollipop.
Is that intimidating? You can't have a cigarette in the hospital, so you have a lollipop?
Right.
I don't know.
Okay.
Reality check.
I had a kid-free week. They went with their dad on Monday. I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh, no, wait. Okay, so first things first, the reason we recorded Saturday last week was my father-in-law turned 80 on Thursday, so we threw him a surprise party on Sunday.
Very cute.
At their favorite restaurant. We had, typically their favorite server does not work, and we asked her to come in on her day off, and it was her decision to do so.
Yes.
So we did not force her.
And I'm sure she was tipped very well for it.
She was tipped definitely very well for it. And so there were 16 of us, and we all had shirts that said, look who's turning 80 or something like that. And my sister-in-law had them made, and they have like one of his baby pictures in them. So cute. And he was very surprised. He saw my son first and was like, when I saw him, I was like, what is going on here? And then they saw all of us. So it was nice because we don't get all of us together very often, except for like graduation parties. Even then, I mean, we're not just the 16 of us spending time. So it was nice. My in-laws are known as the Long Island people at the restaurant. And we had some Long Islands. And my son and one nephew are of age. Well, my son was going to work.
Oh.
And he's responsible and did not even have a sip of anything.
Oh, I wanted him to just have a sip of it to be like, holy cow.
My other nephew has discovered his love of margaritas.
Oh.
And we all, I'm sorry, he was so giggly. Like, it was the cutest. And I was sitting next to his mom, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is adorable. I was like, we can't tell him that this is adorable because we don't want him to keep going.
Yes.
But he's just like, this is great. Everyone was responsible. Everyone was good. So he did not drive. Thankfully, his brother is old enough to drive. So the underage one is old enough to drive.
That's the best.
So I have yet to use my son as a DD. I know. I just never did it. So, but then on Monday morning, they went with their dad for the week, and they'll be coming back tonight. And I gave myself the week off of cooking, and I went out with you Monday night.
Mm-hmm.
Tuesday night, we got takeout. We got Mission Barbecue.
I need to try that
so
place.
Good. I'm going to recommend the mac and cheese, even though Amanda hates it. I'm letting everybody else know that mac and cheese is really good. It's got crunchies on top. And Wednesday, a friend was doing a fundraiser at Anthony's Coal Fire Pizza, which is where we go once a month anyway. It just happened to be on a Wednesday, not a Friday. Thursday, we went to Longhorn. Friday, we got hibachi. And then yesterday, we had leftovers.
Nice.
So, yeah, it was nice. I gave myself the week off from eating well, and I got takeout I ate out every single night this week, which I don't think I've ever done.
You deserved it.
Yeah, my belly hurt, but it was good. So that was it, food. And I had the most interesting closing that I've had since COVID, because I mean, that just messed everything up. So we're not including those. Nobody attended it because it was delayed, and the buyer went on vacation, and the seller works like an hour away and is a traveling RN. So it was too difficult to coordinate. It was just a thing. So no one attended the closing.
Yeah, we were out to dinner, and you're
we
like,
were. I was like, hey, it just closed. So yeah, that was fun. I don't think really anything else happened. I'll let you share our joint.
Yes. So Monday we went out to dinner with a fan from Cleveland, Ellen, and I just love how we meet up with these people.
I know.
At whatever random, in the past it's been random events. This was a planned dinner, but it's like we've known each other for years, and we just sit and chat it up about GH stuff, but about our families, their families, whatever. And she was just so sweet and so kind to share her story with us, and for us to like really get to know her.
I know.
So thank you for that, Ellen.
And she was so bold because she just shot us an email and said, hey, I'm going to be in the area. I don't know if, and I mean, we just say, well, I guess we have said before our specific towns, but I don't think we say it often.
No.
But we just basically, I mean, Pittsburgh's a big city.
Right.
It is a very big city. So, I mean, it could have been the complete opposite. No, it was actually pretty darn close. So we found a halfway point, and she even said, she's like, you guys could have been meeting a psycho.
I love that her mind went there, though. Like, because that was the first thing that our significant others said, like, where are you going? Make sure your Life 360 is on.
Yep.
Like, we need to know.
We already had a picture ahead of time. Well, she sent us a picture and was like, this is what I'll be look like. So,
yes.
But it was so sweet and so nice. So if you're ever in the Pittsburgh area, I mean, feel free, shoot us an email, pier54podcast@gmail.com. If we're able to,
Right.
we will, you know.
Right. It just happened to be a Monday night that neither one of us had plans that we couldn't move around, and
Yeah,
it was just so nice.
it was.
Yeah.
So we like meeting you guys online, but also in person. It was nice to have hugs.
Yes.
And to hear that our reality checks are, we do get a lot of people who say like they love the reality checks.
I know, but it's a little weird because we're just sitting here talking about ourselves for 10 minutes or so.
We don't think you guys actually care about.
Right. Like, I want to hear about Shannon's week, but at the same time, it's okay if other people don't, and the same about me. So it's nice to hear, like, yes, it makes an impact, and it makes, other people. And actually, I thought of Ellen because yesterday was our Girl Scouts. Like, every year we raise money through the cookies, and we do different things based on what the girls' interests are. So, Madeline's schedule and a couple of her other Girl Scout friends' schedules were just so crazy this summer that we didn't do a camping week or go away or whatever. Yeah. And so we decided to go do the Gateway Clipper tour. And so they said something about, we hadn't done this. And I was like, I just made a new friend. And she talked about doing the double-decker bus. And I've never done that either. Right. And then they were talking about whenever we did the Just Ducky tour and how much fun they had on that, which was years and years ago.
Forever ago.
Yes. So
it came full circle.
Yeah, it just did it because Madeline hadn't gone on those things because she was too little. And so this was like her first downtown adventure. And so we went on the boat ride and they told us all about, the fun, exciting things of downtown. I think the girls just liked gossiping more, and there was a snack bar on the boat. So they got some chips. They had this, like, they were so smart with their money because Girl Scouts was paying for it. So I had the Girl Scout debit card, and I was like, all right, you girls can go up there and each pick one thing, blah, blah, blah. And they like made a joke about, we're going to spend all this money. And I was like, no, if you spend all the money, then we can't go out to lunch after this because we only have this amount of money.
Right.
So they went up there and each of them picked a different type of chips,
split them,
and one with salsa and one with cheese. And then they got a plate and they dumped it all on and they sat there and shared. And I was like, you love it. I did not tell you that. Like, good job. You learned something. And then they weren't too overly stuffed that we went to Hard Rock Cafe for
Girl Scouts loves that place.
Lunch. They do, just because it seems to have the most kid-friendly entrees. But I also had to laugh because, they get X amount of money that we would spend on camp. And so we're like, we're going to go, you can order whatever you want. Two of the girls ordered mac and cheese, and one of the girls ordered two of the girls ordered chicken fingers, but the one girl was older, so it was an adult entree instead of the kid one. But I was like, you guys did not come close to spending all of your money, so now they'll get a fun gift card to like Target or something, because
that's nice.
I had a coupon for the Gateway Clipper. I was so excited. As much as I blow money, I love saving money also. And so when I went to order the tickets, I just Googled Gateway Clipper coupon, and it came up with $5 off, but it let you take it off every ticket, including the kids' tickets.
Very nice.
The kids' tickets were only $10, and then they ordered this $10 lunch at Hard Rock, and I was like, well, you didn't do a very good job of spending all your money, but I'm glad that we had fun. And we got some cute pictures in front of the fountain down there, and yeah, it was a nice Girl Scout day.
Aw.
So it was nice. So there was a horrible storm yesterday morning, but it cleared up by like 10:30, and the boat tour was from 11 to 12.
Oh, perfect.
So
okay, good.
It was very, very nice. So
cool.
Yeah, fun adventure. Learn stuff about Pittsburgh, even though we're from here.
You just never. There was something I just learned the other day, and I can't remember what it is now. Darn it! You learn stuff all the time, though. It's gonna drive me crazy.
You'll think of it for next week.
Yeah. So join us on Thursday as we talk with Janelle and her theory about Esme.
Oh, I can't wait.
I know.
So have a good week.
And we'll meet you at the pier.
Bye.
Bye.
If you enjoyed today's show, we invite you to go to pier54podcast.com to subscribe on your favorite platform. Don't forget to leave us a review.
And you can also follow us on many social media channels. Just search for Pier 54 Podcast. Also, we are not perfect, so if there is something that we missed or messed up, just let us know by emailing us at pier54podcast@gmail.com.
Voting for the British Podcast Awards Listener's Choice category is open. Make sure you vote for your favourite podcast to see them take the crown. In 2024, Help I Sexted My Boss claimed the trophy. But who will come out on top this year? Voting closes 7th of September 2025. Podcasts must have been available by the 1st of June 2025 and listed on Apple Podcast Directory. You can vote via our website, BritishPodcastAwards.com/voting. Don't miss your chance to have your say.